Hey, what's up?
Uh,
Man, that was exciting last night, huh? All the different people getting gang
I
stalked.
know. I can't believe you stayed on the phone that long.
I know. That was deep.
It was.
Did it?
So are you going to bring any more people on? Or
y-
is it going to be the same people?
Yeah, I talked to Donna, and Donna said she wanted to come back on. The other woman, I don't know. I text her and everything, on both her numbers, and she hasn't texted me back, and so I'm assuming she's busy doing something, but I'm sure she'll come back. I talked to her last night after we hung up, and she said she wanted, definitely do everything like she said on the phone with
Oh,
us. She wanted to do it again.
oh okay.
But there's, but she said Donna said she wanted us to get a hold of her and do the conference thing at 5:30.
Okay.
So, so I can call. We can get on my other phone and do it, and then I wanted to record it too. Like
Yeah, that's fine.
that way we can all like have a record of it and have a copy of it. Has anything changed? Have you noticed anybody getting gang stalked differently? I mean, have you noticed they acted different towards you?
I mean, like, when I went to go order my food, like, because I have to go out my building to open the door for the Chinese man, it seems like people, like, when I was standing in the hallway looking out the window, like, the building across from me, like, somebody came out of the door and was just sitting on the porch. And they were staring up at the window at me. And then they acted like they were on the phone, and they came up to the street a little bit and came over to on the side of my building and was standing in front of my building, like right in my view. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
And they tried to come into the side door where because I was like in like a hall, like a stairwell type thing, and they were just standing outside, and then they tried to come into the hallway where I was standing, and then I just ran up and went to the elevator.
I mean, what do you like? What was that? Did it represent anything inherently to you, or what do you think it was just them saying, we're still watching you, all these different people, we're still
No,
stalking
you
you?
know what I think? I don't think that some people like where I live at. I don't think that they're necessarily gang stalking me because I live in a project. I don't think like I think there's gang stalkers up here, but the people that live across from me, I don't think that they're involved in it. I think they just were just in my business because of like um because I made a comment on Drake's Instagram post and it came up like the top post under his picture they could see like my Instagram thing, like right under his picture. So I guess they seen it and they seen me post it. So they're just like, oh my god, like you know what I mean? Like, oh she's up there, like I don't know, it's weird. So every time I go outside my house, it seems like they just follow me. And then when I was coming back from the store today, there was this dude that I always see. Like every time I walk to the store or if I go somewhere, I always see this man. He lives in my building, right? And he won't stay away from me. Like he's always like when I walked to the store, like he was walking in the street, like walking with me in the street the one day. And it seems like every time I go to the store, he's always in the store or he's coming out of the store when I'm going in the store. So when I got home from the store today, he was outside of my building, standing outside of my building. And I just the key because I guess his family lives in the building. But when I went to go to the side door to let myself in, he started walking behind me. So I ran to the other side of the building to let myself. It seems like he's stalking me too. Like he's everywhere I go. So that's the only thing that happened today.
Yeah, yeah. I've had a few people like what I noticed. There'll be some places I go, and there'll be people participating in the gang stalking, and then every now and then when I go to a completely different area, they'll use some of the older people who are stalking me in certain areas to follow me into the different area to keep doing it.
Yeah, yeah. Like do you ever heard like you get mobbed too on the stores, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, me too. Like I think that it makes me think like maybe it's just a coincidence, but I've tested it out. Like I went to the store at different times. I went to the store when it was like close to closing times, and nobody could follow me in the store, and they still came in the store. Like there'd be nobody in the store, right? Nobody in the store, but there'd be a lot of cars in the parking lot, just in the car on their phone. There'd be nobody in the store. Nobody. And as soon as I get into the store, like there'd be nobody inside the store, but as soon as I walk out the store, there's a whole bunch of men coming in the store. Like And it's like people from where I live, like in my projects, it's just like people, and they just come in the store and they just want to be in an aisle with me, and they're staring at me from the other side of the counter. And I have it on video actually.
Okay.
So, like, yeah, I record them from now on. I just record them.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Like when I go into stores, it'll be like an entry exit thing. Like whether I'm in a car or on foot, if I go into the store, there'll be people pulling out. Like it'll be somebody set up in a red car pulling out of the store, and then it'll be a black car going in, or it'll be a black car pulling out, a red car going in, and then when I walk towards the store, like somebody will come out fitting the description, using the color coding or whatever, or it'll be something else, like they'll be mimicking me in some way. But I'll go into the store, and then everybody in the store will already, the vibe, you can tell when you walk in, it's like a heavy vibe. You know that they're affiliated with it, and then the store owner will know something about it. They'll be participating in it in some way. And this has been happening to me for like almost 3 years. And sometimes I'll just start talking to the people, or I'll tell the store owner everything about gang stalking. Like I'll just hit them up. I used to give them flyers, and I'd give them a rundown on what gang stalking was and try to explain it to them. And sometimes that does help a lot, because when I go back to the store, they'll be acting completely different. Like it'll be a much easier vibe. Everything will change. But sometimes I don't do that. Sometimes I'm in a hurry and I don't care, and I just want to get in and out.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I just want to get in and out. Like, I don't got time to be confronting people, because it's just going to get into you know what I mean? It's going to lead to altercation. But, like, another thing that I experience, too, is a lot of people, they like to look over my shoulder to see what I'm doing on my phone, too. Like, if I'm standing in line, and I'll try to be, like, the last person in line, because I hate when people are behind me. So I'll try to be the last person in line, and then, like, I'll be on my phone, and then I realize that the person that's in the line next to me is looking over at my phone. Or they'll try to get behind me and look at my phone. You know what I mean? Or if I walk past somebody, they'll just be standing in the street, like, they'll just be standing on the sidewalk, and when I walk past them, they'll try to look at my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, I've never had that happen to me where they were looking at my phone, but, that might be something, like, they might be trying to bring some sort of insecurity out of you.
What do you mean, like, by looking at my phone?
Yeah, like, sometimes they do little things, like when you were talking about how people are coughing and, like, touching their beard and stuff like that, or touching their face. Like, sometimes they find little stuff to do, and it'll be a routine thing where a lot of the people gang stalking you, they'll give them details to keep doing that same thing over and over again, like thinking somehow it's going to bother you. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not sure specifically why they pick these things to do, but sometimes they'll just keep trying the same thing. It can be as simple as looking at your phone, but they're trying to get some sort of reaction out of you. Like,
yeah, and like when I'm walking down the street and I'm recording, it seems like people they'll stop, like they'll drive slow to see if I'm actually recording on my phone. Because sometimes I'll pretend like I'm recording, but I won't actually record. But like I seem like people would be like, cars would drive by slower to see if they can see that red dot in the corner of my phone. You know what I mean?
yeah,
so let people know that if I'm recording or not.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. A lot of times the cars, when they're doing the gang stalking stuff, a lot of times they'll slow down on me anyway. Like I won't even have a phone out, and sometimes the car will purposely slow down, or the car will be in front of me, and the car will be going really slow, or it'll back into a parking space and back out really slow. Like I notice they slow themselves down a lot sometimes.
Yeah, and they like if I'm walking down like an alleyway, they'll try to come down the alleyway. You know what I mean? But I have my camera out, so they don't do that no more.
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. What are you saying?
No, I said I can't even like have any peace of mind when I'm walking down the street, because it seems like when I post stuff on my Facebook, on my old Facebook about gang stalking, it seems like people that have a problem with me because they stalk my Facebook too, like they're stalkers, like they just want to see what I'm doing all the time. So they probably looked up the stuff that I posted about gang stalking, and they're like, oh, okay, she thinks it's happened to her. Okay, let's fuck with her and do this shit that they're saying in the thing. You know what I mean, with the headlights and shit. And I think that's why some of them, the people where I live, that's what they do. They always have their headlights on, and it's like they're high beams. too in the daytime. Like, there's no reason why you should have your high beams on in the daytime and you're parked on the side of the parking lot while I'm trying to walk out of my house. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's called that's yeah, that's called bright. That's called bright. That's known as brightening or gaslighting. When I first started noticing I was being gang stalked, and I started going on long walks, that's something they would do. Is there would be all these cars in broad daylight with their brights on, and I noticed it, and then I was trying to show people, and other people couldn't see it. I'd be telling people, look at all these cars with their brights on. It doesn't make sense. And then I started recording it and showing people, and then people were like, yeah, that's unusual. Like, it doesn't make sense why all these cars have their brights on. And it'll be old cars, mopeds, motorcycles. Have you ever, sometimes when I walk by houses would purposely turn their lights on in broad daylight.
Yeah. And they have, like, the LED brights. Like, there's this one house that I have to walk past all the time. When I walk past it, like, the LED lights come on real bright. Like, and I thought it was just like maybe they got the automatic thing where you walk by so people can see. But the one time I walked past it and the light shut off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've had that happen too, where they would shut the light off purposely when I walk past it. Have you ever
What is that supposed to do? The brightening, like, what is that supposed to do?
I guess light is one of the most noticeable things. Like, we all notice light, and so I think they're just using it as a way to try to let you know they're there, like trying to cause as much distraction as possible, like trying to mess with your mind almost. Like it's a form, they want you to think that all these cars all the people in all these cars, are out to get you. Like, all these cars got their lights on, everybody's out to get you, the whole world's against you, type of thing.
Yeah. But it doesn't really bother me anymore. It used to, because they will, like, drive, like, when I'm walking into my complex, they will, like, drive by real slow or drive close to me while I'm walking in or out, you know what I mean? And they'll just have their high beams on. It's mostly stand people. Or, like, they'll have a car parked out in front of my building, and they'll have their high beams on. And I have to walk past that car, and they'll just have their high beams on.
Yeah, have you ever walked into a building or an office, and they would have their lights on in the office, and, it wouldn't seem like they should have them on, but they still have them on anyway?
No.
Oh, like, sometimes if you go into certain stores or you go into certain places, sometimes the people will purposely turn the lights on. Like, I was at a dentist's office, like, this is like over a year ago, and I was having like surgery on one of my teeth, having my teeth removed, and somebody who worked at the office purposely turned the light on in the office, and it was like a little lamp light, and it didn't make sense for them to have it on because there was already lights on, enough light in there, but they purposely they purposely did it.
That's fucked up what they do. Like, that's why I just let them go, because, you know what I mean, it's gonna come back to them. All the evil stuff they're doing, like, they're gonna have to pay for it one day.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. But that's why, like, a lot of times, though, the people who are participating in it, like, a lot of them know what they're doing. A lot of them know they're a part of gang stalking, or they know they're a part of something, they're part of something that's meant to harm you. They know that, but sometimes some of the people aren't really sure what's going on. Like, somebody else might be asking them to do it for they might be explaining it to them differently.
Not in my situation. I think they know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, see, you were saying that, a lot of the people, you had a situation where, like, they were kind of, like, laughing at it, like, getting some sort of enjoyment out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it.
You know what they do? They bring a lot of kids around me, too. I don't understand that. They use kids.
Yeah, they use a lot of. I noticed that they use a lot of children and animals and older people.
Yeah, older people, animals. Like, when I'm walking, like, I walk, so I have to walk past people's houses. They'll have their dogs out in the yard, or there's one house I have to walk past. It's like in the alleyway, and their dog always comes out when I pass their house, and it's always barking at me real loud. Always, it happens every time.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just they just have their dog out, but like, the dog will be in the house, but they'll have their back door open, so the dog will come out when I'm walking past their house and just start barking at me.
Right. Right. Yeah, I've noticed a lot of times people will walk their dogs and they'll be wearing like red and black, or they'll be wearing certain colors, or it'll be a certain type of person. The person that is walking their dog will look similar to somebody else that was gang stalking me, and it's like they'll be getting the people to participate in it like through the animals. Like even the collar on the dog will be a certain color sometimes.
I don't pay attention to the color coding because, you know what I mean? I like every color. I mean, even if they did try to do it with me, that wouldn't bother me because I wear a whole bunch of different colors, you know what I mean? And like color, like the sensitization, whatever you call it, that doesn't affect me. I mean, they tried it on me. I think they tried it, but I probably didn't notice.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't even know. You know what? When I was getting gang stalked, I didn't even know. Like when they did. I didn't notice the color stuff until later on. When it first started happening, I just saw a bunch of different people in a bunch of different cars following me around. I noticed they used black cars a lot more, like black trucks and stuff like that, and cars and SUVs. But I didn't notice anything about colors until like months had passed before I even started paying attention to it. And then it seems like when I started talking about it, then they wanted to use it even more.
Yeah, because you're paying attention to it now.
Right. They like to do. They want to know what is like most alarming to you, or what you notice the most, and they'll use that the most.
But you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to like I feel like I should like I feel like I want to get revenge on them by like stalking them back, but then that would make me like sort of like a gang stalker. I'm not trying to be like that. You know what I mean? Like like if I know somebody's blatantly trying to gang stalk me, like I'll just get so mad. Like if they'll have like their brights on me or something, or like if I'm walking into my complex and people will have their cars facing me and their brights on, like I'll turn my camera light on. You know what I mean? And have it shining back on them, but I'm like, no, I can't do that. Like that's just too much. You know what I mean?
Right.
If they're getting a reaction out of me, they're making me do that. So you know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
I
I mean, but you know, like if somebody's if you're being stalked constantly every single day, you know, that's natural for you to want to get revenge, because especially if you're telling people about what's going on and they're acting like they don't want to help you, it's like within your own self you're gonna want to do something about it.
Yeah. But I just pulled out my day. I mean, I put my earbuds in. I don't pay them no mind. You know what I mean? When they got their bright time, I let them do what they gotta do. You know what I mean? Because they're not gonna get a reaction out of me anymore.
Right.
It's not gonna happen.
Right. Hey, it's 5:30 right now. I'm gonna get on at this time. How about I get on my other phone and we get Donna on, and then we can try to see if we can get the other woman on too.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I'll call you right back from my other phone.
All right.
All right.